Welcome back, everyone, to Dark Stories. Today we're delving into one of the most infamous and chilling cases in American history, the Manson family murders. This story of manipulation, cult behavior, and senseless violence shocked the nation in the late 1960s and remains a haunting chapter in true crime history. Charles Manson was a failed musician with a troubled past who found a way to manipulate and control others. By the late 1960s, he had gathered a group of devoted followers, mostly young women, who believed in his apocalyptic ideology. This group came to be known as the Manson Family. Manson's teachings were a twisted interpretation of the Bible, mixed with messages from the Beatles' White Album. He believed a race war, what he called Helter Skelter, was imminent, and saw himself as the leader who would emerge from the chaos to create a new world order. To spark this war, he convinced his followers to carry out a series of gruesome murders. On the night of August 8, 1969, 4 of Manson's followers, Tex Watson, Susan Atkins, Patricia Krenwinkel, and Linda Kasabian, descended on 10050 Cielo Drive in Los Angeles. This was the home of actress Sharon Tate, who was 8 months pregnant, and her husband, director Roman Polanski. Although Polanski was away, Sharon was hosting friends, including hairstylist Jay Sebring, coffee heiress Abigail Folger, and Folger's boyfriend, Wojciech Frykowski. The Manson followers entered the house and, on Manson's orders, murdered everyone inside in one of the most brutal crimes of the 20th century. Sharon Tate pleaded for the life of her unborn child, but the attackers showed no mercy. In total, the group stabbed their victims over 100 times. Sharon's lifeless body was found with a noose tied around her neck, connected to Jay Sebring's. The word pig was scrawled on the front door in Sharon's blood, a signature of Manson's vision to incite chaos. The following night, Manson himself joined his followers in selecting their next victims. Leno and Rosemary LaBianca, a wealthy couple in Los Angeles. The group broke into the LaBianca home, and while Manson tied up the couple, he left before the murders began. His followers carried out the killings, stabbing Leno and Rosemary multiple times and leaving messages like "death to pigs" and "Helter Skelter" written in blood on the walls. For months, the LAPD struggled to connect the murders to Manson and his followers. However, their downfall came when Susan Atkins bragged about the Tate murders to a fellow inmate after being arrested for an unrelated crime. This led investigators to Manson and his group, who were eventually arrested and charged with the murders. The trial of Charles Manson and his followers began in 1970 and became a media sensation. Manson's bizarre behavior in court, including carving an X into his forehead and controlling his followers even from jail, further cemented his infamy. Despite Manson's attempts to claim he didn't personally commit the murders, he was found guilty of first-degree murder for orchestrating the crimes. In 1971, Manson and several of his followers were sentenced to death. Their sentences were later commuted to life in prison after California abolished the death penalty. Charles Manson remained in prison until his death in 2017, becoming a symbol of evil and a cautionary tale about the dangers of manipulation and cults. The Manson family murders left an indelible mark on Hollywood, the counterculture movement, and the collective psyche of America. The victims, especially Sharon Tate, are remembered for the bright futures they were denied, and the crimes continue to be a subject of fascination and horror. What do you think about the Manson family murders? Could such a manipulation happen again in today's world? Let us know your thoughts in the comments below. Don't forget to like, subscribe, and share for more chilling tales on Dark Stories. Stay safe, everyone.